Hello and welcome back to Right Broadcasting Network. I'm Liz Willis and I'm joined today by Sean, so I'm going to let him introduce himself and tell us a little bit more about him.
Sean Patrick Tario, principal co-founder of RightForge. We are a infrastructure company supporting conservative content and really supporting our civil liberties through delivering core infrastructure so that companies can exist online.
Very cool. Thank you for being here with us today. I've got a little one-sheet bio of you that was given out. You came highly recommended for this interview, so thank you for coming and sitting with us. Jennifer said we had to have you. I'm going to read this out loud so y'all can see a little bit of what I'm seeing. It's RightForge, like he said, and it says, in 2021, conservative political active organizations can no longer be agnostic with the various technology services that they depend upon. We are being held captive by technology companies whose leadership and employees are diametrically opposed to our own principles and values. And that is exactly what we've been struggling with here at Right Side Broadcasting Network. It's really important it's one thing, I think a lot of people don't realize it, you mentioned this earlier, but you might have a platform that allows free speech, but if the companies behind it that these platforms outsource to, for their servers and whatnot, I'll use that term, if they don't allow that, for example, one of the platforms we use is great, they love us, they want free speech, all of that, but they don't own their own servers, so they have to outsource that to another company, and that company doesn't allow our videos because they are inciting violence, I don't know. And so that's the issue there. We need our own servers, but I think y'all kind of have a solution.
The key is understanding the entire technology ecosystem and life cycle, and unfortunately so many businesses even don't understand all the different components and pieces that exist to make a business exist online, because it's more than just having a functioning website. And as you said, you have to know where the servers sit, where they live, and really key is understanding the ethos, so the core principles of the people who own and run those companies, because as we unfortunately live in this Orwellian reality today, companies are being silenced, censored, kicked off, deplatformed, because the principles of the ownership of those businesses are not aligned with ours. And I love what you guys are doing. I've been watching Right Side Broadcast for actually a very long time, surprisingly. And the reality is we have to start pushing forward this message and really educating people that there are solutions, because so many are fed up and scared and pissed off and angry. But they don't know what the answers are. But it's in making a choice to not shop at Target, for example, or not shop at Walmart. You're making a conscious choice to go shop at a small business with someone who you might know and who you want to support. The same is true with your technology. So if you're running an iPhone, you have an iPhone, or if you have a Mac, or if you have an Android, right? I mean, the reality is they've been so simple and so available that we're all using them. But the reality also is that those millions of dollars and billions of dollars that we're spending for those products,
we're supporting the exact thing that is hurting us.
Exactly. So that's where people have to just start really paying attention throughout the entire life cycle of the decisions they're making, to include the technology that they're using. And so we are here to provide that backbone level of support and the core applications and services so that our voices can be heard. And this, for us, it's less of a right-left conversation. It's more a fundamental Constitution, civil liberties conversation.
Absolutely. Now, what would you say your niche market is? What type of people use RightForge?
So currently, it's a variety. So we are hosting websites for a lot of Second Amendment related content. We're working with a lot of legislators, in fact, to help them get present online. We're also working with a lot of large companies who are looking to host their content, stream their content globally. So we have the backbone infrastructure to support that, sits in data centers in cities all over the world, and the network and the security to be able to help those companies scale and grow. So we're competing directly with the likes of Amazon Web Services, Google's Cloud, and other major infrastructure platform providers today.
Would you be able to handle live streaming capabilities?
Most definitely, yes. We've been streaming millions of views for a handful of our content sites currently.
At Joe Seals, RSBN CEO. Take a look at this. It's very neat. Now, what inspired how did you even go about getting involved in this? Kind of a little bit more about yourself.
Sure.
You got the business down,
Yeah,
but tell
that's
us
a great
about
question. So I'm a systems person, and so I'm constantly following systems, and I've been involved in politics and economic development in various cities and on a national level, doing lobbying for the data center industry and on behalf of ISPs, Internet Service Providers. So I've been
cool.
tracking what's going on for a very long time, and I have a close personal friend of mine who's now our CEO, Martin Avila, who also ran a infrastructure company in the past that was politically focused. So I've been bugging him for the last year and a half, saying we are going to see conservative content be deplatformed. That is going to happen. And he's been speaking.
So you spoke this into existence.
I tried, yes.
Terrible.
It was really, the Holy Spirit working through me at the end of the day. But so I said, hey, this is happening. It's going to happen. And he said, Sean, I'm talking to the conservative content. I'm talking to the personalities, but they don't understand tech. And until this becomes real for them, it's not going to be real for them.
That's actually such a good point that you just brought up, because so many of us, even me, I struggle, and I'm VP of operations for RSBN. But without my CEO, it takes a totally different mind to understand tech. I mean, it's brilliant. Without my CEO, I'd have no idea about the server talk.
Yeah. So what happened is after the January 6th Electoral College vote, Martine came down to my house in Raleigh, and we sat in my backyard, and it was right then when the news hit that Amazon pulled Parler off of their platform. And that's when it became real for so many folks. And so his phone started to get blown up and saying, hey, remember when you told me that this was going to happen? It's happened. What options do you have for us? And Martine looked at me and said, Sean, can we do this? And so we frantically have been working literally for the last 6-7 weeks,
I was going to say, this just happened.
Correct, yes. So it's
you haven't slept.
We haven't slept, and we truly feel that this is what we're put in life to accomplish right here, right now. We are at war, we are in this battle, and we happen to have the relationships, the networks, and the know-how and experience to be able to execute on this vision, and have stood up. We've raised money. We're going through 3 roll-ups with different companies right now, and we're just going gung-ho right now.
Absolutely incredible. Hopefully we will be able to use y'all. If not, wish you the best of luck. I mean, I'm definitely going to follow y'all's journey, and I wish you a success. Thank you so much for what you're doing. We've experienced it so much that I'm speechless. But this is what you're doing is exactly what literally the world needs right now, because otherwise we're not going to be okay.
And we won't exist.
Yeah, no, there won't be any
out.
news. I mean, they already get to control basically what we say and then people think it's so easy just to say, oh, build your own Twitter, build your own app. Like, okay, well, unless we have the backbone to this, that's not going to work.
Correct.
And that's hundreds of thousands of dollars to even prepare to have that type of setup that we would need. So thank you.
Thank you so much. You can find us at rightforge.com, RightForge.com. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you.